Hello my friends and welcome to Yoga with Adriene. I am Adriene and today we have a sequence for the digestive tract. It's a quick and yummy sequence to get the digestion happy and healthy. So let's hop on the mat and get moving. Okay, so we're going to begin in a nice comfortable cross-legged position. Legs are crossed. We'll roll up the spine here to begin. Just kind of checking in with the breath, maybe tagging a little bit of weight in the elbows and the shoulders down as we find that lift and that length in the heart and up through the crown of the head. So finding a little opposition here before we begin. And we'll take the palms to the knees. And moving with the breath, I'm going to keep my sit bones rooted to the earth. And on an inhale, I'm going to move in a circle, coming forward, bringing the heart forward. And on an exhale, chin to chest, navel towards the spine, I'll come around and back. Inhaling, coming forward, moving in a circle. And exhale, around and back. Follow your breath. Again, keep the sit bones rooted down strong so we can really begin to target the belly here. Excuse me, the abdominal wall. Getting over a little bit of the winter ick here, which we're going to have a sequence on that coming up soon. I'm moving with the breath, inhaling as I come forward. I'm using the palms on the knees to kind of get the most out of the movement here. Go ahead and reverse your circle, inhaling as we come forward. Heart, literally in my case, coming forward on the inhale, and then chin to chest as we exhale back. Couple more here. You can close your eyes and begin to, excuse me, work with the shoulders and elbows here, just kind of warming up the body. You might imagine one of those old-fashioned coffee grinders here, really using the navel to carve a circle around and around. Warming up the body and moving with the breath. Okay, awesome. Come back up to that Sukhasana here, head over heart, heart over pelvis. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Awesome. Take the right palm, bring it to the left knee. Left fingertips swim all the way around and behind. So I'm not just leaning back into my twist, but I'm keeping this length. That was a Texas thing there. That length, keeping that length in the spine, keeping that length up through the crown of the head, and bringing the left fingertips behind the tail. So I'll just turn to the side just for 1 second so you can see this. So again, rather than leaning back here, which is going to be the kind of easy thing, the tendency, see if you can keep the spine stacked. So it might mean that you don't go all the way back into big fancy twist, but again, focusing on the experience here as we breathe low into the belly. Each exhale might be an opportunity to go a little bit deeper into your twist, but just play around here and know that this takes time. And of course, moving with the breath. Take a deep breath in, lift up through the heart. On your exhale, gently melt it back through center, and we'll take it to the other side. This time, left palm to the right knee, right fingertips behind. Inhale, roll it up nice and tall, not leaning back into that lower back, but lengthening tailbone down and lifting the heart up. Shoulders maybe loop forward, up and back, and I check it out on the other side. Moving with the breath. As you inhale, breathe into that lower belly. Deep breath in, lift and lengthen, and exhale, we'll melt it gently back to center. Awesome. Okay, let's take the palms and dive forward onto all fours. Here we go. Coming onto all fours here, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hip points. Take a second here to press up and out of the palms. Just find a little integrity here. Maybe work it out in the neck for a couple breaths. And then cat-cow, moving with a nice awareness here today in cat-cow from the navel. So again, not just sinking into the bones, but maybe seeing if we can take this cat-cow today from the navel, or the space between the navel and the spine. Inhaling, heart comes forward, tail goes up towards the sky. I'm pressing up and out of my palms here again, not collapsing into the bones. And then from my navel, or from the space between the navel and the spine, move back, chin to chest. Navel draws up, tailbone curls under. Exhale here. So I'm doing cat-cow, but I'm bringing a little more awareness to the belly. Inhale, looping the shoulders, long belly here, opening the heart forward. And on an exhale, curling the tailbone under, navel draws up, really bringing navel up towards the spine as the crown of the head releases. Let's do one more cycle. Inhale, heart comes forward. Long, beautiful neck, and exhale, releasing opposite direction. Press into the tops of the feet, press into the palms here to get the most out of your asana, infusing each movement with the breath. Okay, awesome. Curl the toes under. I'm going to walk the fingertips forward just a little bit, and from my navel, lift it up to a downward facing dog. Pedal the feet here, move with your breath. Then I'll drop the left heel, slide the right leg all the way up. Nothing fancy here, just a nice, conscious, easy transition as I step my right foot all the way up into my runner's lunge. Take a second here to find integrity. Walk maybe that right foot out so you're not on a tightrope. Breathe, finding a little self-expression, a little movement here. And now we're going to wring it out, twist it out, y'all. So with left fingertips in line with the arch of the right foot, or you might plant the palm firmly. Or if you have a little block or a book, you can bring the earth up to you by pressing into that this way. The most important thing is wanting to find this length in the spine. So if runner's lunge is still kind of a new pose for you, you might lower that back knee here so that when we move into our twist, you can find that length in the spine. So with the knee lowered, I'll go ahead and go into my first twist here. I'm reaching my right fingertips up. I'm keeping my front big toe rooted down, the ball joint of that front big toe rooted down as I open up into my twist. Shoulder blades glide down the back. Notice how I'm not collapsing in the neck here, but I'm keeping it nice and long. Great. If you're feeling adventurous, want to go a step further, we'll lift that back knee and breathe here in the twist. Really spiking back through that left heel, keeping that lift in the heart. Nice, long, smooth, deep breaths here. Notice I'm wiggling my right fingertips, just finding a little movement to stay present. And on an exhale, I'll slowly float it back to my runner's lunge. All right, take a deep breath in here. And then on an exhale, I'll plant the palms, step back to plank or half plank, and yogi's choice here. You can take a rest in child's pose or shifting your weight forward. Practice your vinyasa. Inhaling, lifting up to cobra or upward facing dog. Again, yogi's choice here. You can just take a breath in extended child's pose. And together we'll meet back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out here for one breath cycle. And now we're going to step the left foot up. Find your runner's lunge on the opposite side. So this seems like kind of a simple pose, but if you haven't already, check out this pose in the Foundations of Yoga series. There's so much more than meets the eye in this beautiful posture that's so beneficial and very common in a public class. Okay, taking the right palm or right fingertips now in line with the left arch of the foot. Finding that length as I inhale, open up through the left wing. I'm peeling my left hip crease back. Ooh, I'm showing off my birthday leggings here. Good choice, Adriene. And then spiking that right heel towards the back wall. Again, we can always lower the knee here so that we can begin to find space, especially if you're feeling like you have a little bit of a turtle shell, like upper back is really tight. Go ahead and lower that knee so you can practice the twist here. Being present, nice full deep breaths. Make sure you take a couple inhales into the lower belly here as you extend through the crown of the head. Remember, right earlobe is lifting up. The neck is an extension of the spine. One more breath here. Gaze can be up at the fingertips, can be straight ahead or straight down. There's no right or wrong, just your experience. And on an exhale, we melt it back. And same thing here. Send it back, extended child's pose, or step it back and vinyasa. Coming to plank, finding your version of the vinyasa today. Maybe it's just a little chaturanga practice. It doesn't matter what really we do, but how we do it, creating an experience in the body with the breath. Great. Excuse me. Dang. Thought I was much over this cold, but turns out Still got a little gunk in there. Okay. Pressing up and out of the palms, we come to all fours. I'm just going to take a second here to loop the shoulders and inhale. One more cat-cow. Exhale, navel towards the spine, chin to chest. Really press up and out of the palms here. Sweet. Then I'm going to cross the ankles, and I'm going to slowly, being mindful of my legs, use the fingertips to transition all the way back to seated. Hooray! Send the feet out long. Press into the heels. Firm the tops of the thighs down, and inhale, reach it all the way up. Nothing fancy here, just a nice, easy forward fold to relieve the lower back, and also, again, massage that lower abdomen. I come forward. Hands can rest gently on the thighs, on the shins or the calves. Maybe you can grab the ankles here, awesome. Maybe the outer edges of the feet, even the big toes. So find where you fall naturally today, and then breathe deep into that lower belly. Breathe into the lower back, and go ahead and let the weight of your head release over here for one full breath cycle. Then gently releasing, pulling the left knee all the way up, keeping the right foot out. I'm going to hug that left knee in, keeping about a fist's worth of space here between the arch of that left foot and my right inner thigh. Moving into a twist, again, keeping the top of that right thigh firm here, and hugging right elbow to left knee. I'm going to inhale, sit up nice and tall, and the same thing as before when I did my twist. Fingertips are going to come behind, and I'm going to be careful not to lean back in, but keep my pelvis tilting forward. Sometimes sitting up on a block or blanket here is nice for this twist if you're still working on creating that space in the back and the spine. So sit up nice and tall, deep breath in here, pressing into that right heel, and on an exhale, journeying into the twist. Notice if you're just holding here, see if you can connect back to your breath. Another variation here, of course, is to take the outer edge of that right arm to the outer edge of that left knee, and use this here kind of to find a little more length, a little more space. Anything goes, find what feels good. Be present with the breath. Lower belly going along for the ride here. One more deep breath in and out. And then I'll release it back to center and switcheroo. Left leg out, right foot in, about a fist's width distance apart. So I'm not flush up against that thigh, but I have lots of space. And then journeying into the twist on the other side. Same thing. Finding your breath. Firm in the top of that left thigh bone. Left foot nice and bright, flexed. Deep breath in, and on an exhale, journey into your twist. Might take the outer edge of that left elbow to the right knee. Choose your own variation today. Move with your breath. Heart's lifting, lower belly going along for the ride here. And on an exhale, we melt it back to center. Awesome. Shake out the legs, wiggle your fingertips and toes, and come to flat back position. Cool. Tuck the chin into the chest. Make sure your neck is nice and long here. Extend both legs out. Take a deep breath in. Inhale. Long belly here as we let it all stretch. And then exhale, hug the right knee into the chest. Make sure you start with your right knee for this pose. Hugging into that lower abdomen. You can point and flex the foot here. Breathe, keeping this leg nice and firm. Inhale in, keep the shoulders relaxed down as you exhale. Slowly peel, nose up towards the knee, forehead up towards the knee. Keeping the shoulders relaxed here. Skin of the face relaxed, jaw relaxed. Breathe. Squeezing that right knee as I press through that left heel, finding that opposition. And then exhale, release down, and switcheroo. Right leg out, left knee in. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we lift it up, nose to knee. Full body experience here. Really squeezing that left knee up towards the chin or the heart. Crown of the head is reaching towards the right toes, so we're not crunching anything here, but keeping lots of space. On an exhale, gently release it back down, and we're going to finish it off with just a couple of rocks side to side in reclined twist. So you can rock here as long as you like, rocking to the right side, then drawing the navel down. We come to the left. You might stay here for many, many breaths, or you might practice just rocking a little back and forth, getting that lower belly nice and massaged, massaged, relieving the back of any tension. And when you feel satisfied, you can keep up with this twist for as long as you like. Maybe rock to one side, spend 5-10 breaths there, then rock to the other. 5-10 restorative breaths there. And then whenever you feel satisfied, make sure you take a couple seconds to just be in gratitude and notice the sensations of the body here in Shavasana. Okie doke, so happy, healthy, digestive sequence. This is a great sequence to do over and over again. You know, one practice with it will be great, 2 is even better, but to do it on an ongoing basis would be awesome. And I think then you might actually really get a grasp on kind of the benefits of, yoga practice in the internal organs. So not just our, good looks, but also kind of working from the inside out, if that made any sense at all. Yoga, working from the inside out. The happier we are on the inside, the more beautiful we are on the outside. That was pretty brilliant, if you ask me. Okay, love you guys. Visit the website, yogawithadriene.com. Leave questions, comments there or below. And I hope you have a good time. Let me know how it goes. Happy digestive trails to you. Namaste.